What happens if you sit in the same row at the BET Awards as your ex-husband, his new girlfriend, and your broken pride? With 4K cameras focused on every movement of her left eyelash, you get Remy Ma front and center in a silent soap opera. We're not even exaggerating, you know? After a video of Remy Ma sitting immediately behind Papoose and Claressa, Shields during the biggest night in Black entertainment went viral. The internet went crazy. Let's also assume that sis wasn't giving eye claps. Was it a coincidence? Was it sabotage? Or was Remy purposefully seated by someone at Bet to maximize turmoil and clickbait? Oh, and the video. Claressa is throwing her hair toward you. Papoose is beaming broadly, as if it were prom night. Remy was sitting there, his face grimacing as he continued, "I've made some life-altering mistakes." Don't worry about the red carpet. This was a sin-seeded public heartbreak. And believe us when we say that the shade, the jealousy, and the silent yelling were louder than any performance that evening. Hold on tight, for what we're going to perhaps the most petty bet plotline of the decade is unpacked. Welcome to the BET Awards 2025 Hunger Games, ladies and gentlemen. The performances were mediocre, the outfits were stunning, and the true spectacle took place in Section B, Row 4, directly behind Remy Ma's own dome. Yes, you heard correctly. It was more than just an awards ceremony. It served as a pretext, a trap, and a live reminder that karma is more complex than a simple slap. She occasionally gets popcorn, reserves first-row seats, and lets you watch your man cozy up to a new woman just inches away. Let's take a moment to reflect on why this was the most brutal seating arrangement in Bet history before we get onto the video that shows social media users in cardiac collapse. Remy Ma isn't just any visitor, you see. This woman has endured fire, served prison, recovered, and supported her partner Papoose as he essentially used his beard to write poetry about loyalty. They were the couple, the poster children of Black love, for years. They were the couple that gave people hope that love could endure anything. The plot twist, or perhaps more accurately, the reality-based uppercut, came next. Rumors began to circulate. Tense murmurs. Claims that Remy's mother may have left the marriage ring for a brief sparring session with Easy, the block captain. A man whose name shouts, "This won't end well." Claressa Shields, who is undefeated in the boxing ring and seemingly undefeated in real life, was subtly pursuing Remy while she was out there resisting temptation like it was summer madness. From a few cordial encounters to just encouraging one another's tweets. In the backdrop, the Claressa Papoose plot was intensifying like a typhoon en route to Remy's poignant beachside property. When the Bet Awards night finally arrived, it made sure everything reached a peak. Twitter is responsible for the numerous leaked seating charts that inexplicably surfaced online hours prior to the performance. Claressa and Papoose weren't merely going to the function together. Beside a gasoline can named Remy Ma, they were sitting side by side, shining like a newly lighted matchstick. Where had Remy gone? Right behind him. This cannot be made up. Even if we made this up, it still writes itself. All eyes should have been on the stage as the lights went down and the performance started. But they weren't. The actual action took place behind Clarissa's sparkly ponytail, where Remy Ma sat expressionless and blinked at a rate that scientists believe indicates an impending internal breakdown. According to eyewitnesses, by which we mean confirmed TikTokers with ring lights, Me never smiled. Not after Kendrick triumphed. Not when Mariah Carey seemed like she was calling for aid with a high note. And most definitely not when Clarisse burst out laughing like a schoolgirl. At recess, after Papoose leaned in and whispered something in her ear. According to one anonymous source, Kayla, a seat filler with the edges laid like justice, appeared to be solving algebraic equations in her mind. She asked, "Damn, Kayla, was I ever truly loved? Or was I just a placeholder until a championship belt walked in?" And let's not even talk about the clap cam. During a moment of cheering from the audience, BET had the gall to move the camera straight across Papoose and Claressa, capturing them smiling together as Remy Ma sat in the background, wearing an expression you only see in true crime documentaries. She blinked slowly, Everyone? As if she were instantly figuring out legal fees. Twitter went crazy. The hashtag Remy Ma began trending within minutes, along with frame-by-frame analyses of Remy's facial emotions. Others didn't hold back when some fans attempted to defend her by tweeting. "Maybe she's just tired," another fan responded. "Tired of seeing her ex in love while she's sitting in the splash zone," fit a one-seating chart. She moved from all the way up to all the way down. A few more profound queries, however, started to surface as the public was mocking. Why had she been put there at all? Was it a coincidence? Or did the Bet production crew intentionally start this human pyrotechnics display by going into messy mode? According to one purported insider, Lighting Board Larry, an anonymous production, there were empty rows in other areas. It wasn't a random seat. Ratings were the decision that someone made. And he may be correct because all of a sudden no one seemed to care who won Best New Artist. The only question everybody had was how long? Until Claressa is hit by a program that Remy Ma tosses at her head. Not at all. Spoiler alert. However, her actions were far more famous. A mute statue of remorse, betrayal, and perhaps indigestion. She remained seated with her chin up and her face motionless. The more she sat, the more clear it became. And that's when this Bet scandal started to become tasty. This woman wasn't taken by surprise. This woman found herself ensnared in an actual meme mill. In an extremely awkward moment. It is appropriate for a museum. At one moment, Claressa leaned back just enough that an adjacent camera captured Rhee's reflex. Only once did her eye flicker. We discovered she was jealous of the friend at that point. Nor whiny, nor depressed, but truly, quietly, heartbreakingly envious. In part 2, however, we'll be dissecting the body language, revealing what the so-called footage leak didn't want you to see, and how anonymous sources are suggesting that the entire seating arrangement was a staged media ploy. Take out your popcorn. We have only just begun, because what transpired next wasn't captured on film alone. Oh no. This was re-uploaded on TikTok, deconstructed, frame-analyzed. Light read, zoomed in, slowed down, and over-explained by people with drama and PhDs, but no degrees. Let's begin with the purported video release. A 12-second video clip from what looks to be a backstage security feed appeared online. Don't be fooled by this clothing. I'm an adult. Excuse us? Don't be fooled by the attire. Is that some sort of poetic threat? The internet, of course, took it at face value. Today, that phrase may be found on mood boards, memes, and t-shirts all around the world. Remy Ma saying, "Don't let this dress fool you," is my new daily affirmation. According to one Twitter user, it went so viral that we even had influencers use artificial intelligence AI to pretend to be jealous of .co. Claressa, in order to gain views. The stylist plug, an unnamed wardrobe assistant, claimed that Remy didn't want to sit there and ask for a change, but Bet producers told her, "You'll have the best camera angle here. But wait, you want receipts? Oh baby!" Let's talk about anonymous insiders because nothing screams investigative journalism like fictional people with dangerous-sounding nicknames. When Papoose goes over to wipe a smudge off Claressa's lip, it's a live reaction with the best camera viewpoint. They are in a Hallmark film, according to another source. A Bet Awards seating coordinator who asked to remain anonymous and only goes by seat, God told us that wasn't a coincidence. They have a complete spreadsheet. Red carpet couples are always positioned close to ex-partners to generate the most buzz. They have a plan, everyone. Let's add some fun with some classic leaked direct messages. Claressa is reported to have stated to a friend prior to the show, "I just hope I don't have to sit too close to Remy. Tonight, I don't feel like shade." People online applauded Claressa for being unbothered, glowing, and delivering undefeated energy. She didn't only win in the ring. Cue the popcorn gifts, because either she knew it would be awkward or she was ready for the tension. And guess what? Claressa flourished. If you thought that was enough, someone had to call Easy the block captain. Yes, in a now viral clubhouse room called Was It Worth It? Papoose looked like he was in his element, holding hands with a champion while his ex-wife tried not to combust behind them. She won the BET Awards without throwing a single punch, Remy. An enigmatic user posing as Ezzy's cousin said, "She truly lost both males." Huh, that's difficult. The internet is cold. Easy claimed her, and Pat moved on. Double homicide. Phew, the one moment that made this whole mess an instant classic was near the end of the awards show. Papoose and Claressa were seen laughing softly together. And Remy, without saying a word, slowly reached for her clutch bag, got up, and left. There were no tears or drama, just a silent, eerie departure, like a character leaving the last scene of a tragic movie. Bet's camera crew didn't even cut to commercial, instead zooming in because they know drama better than Shonda Rhimes. They took advantage of the silence for all it was worth. But what follows silence? The fallout. And that's where part 3 starts, my friends. She broke the internet once more. She left like a ghost of her own marriage. When Remy Ma left the BET Awards without saying a word, no tears, no applause, no, all the way up, the internet didn't just react. It erupted within minutes. We're talking about the media storm, fake apologies, celebrity reactions, and rumors of lawsuits. Did Bet go too far? Was Remy Ma lured into an emotional collapse on live TV? Is there now a PR battle going on behind the scenes? Stay tuned. You see, while Claressa and Papoose were off giving relationship goals in high school, Remy Ma's silence turned into a war cry for the emotionally wounded. Hashtags like #JusticeForMai and hashtag "They knew what they were doing" were used to make the video of her leaving the venue go viral. TikTok X, Twitter for people still in denial, Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, and even Facebook aunties reposted it with captions like, "You never know what someone is going through. Crying face. Broken heart." Our sources tell us that executives at BET went into full PR crisis mode behind the scenes. With Zoom calls, with blacked out names, lawyers going over crowd shots frame by frame. And one poor intern being fired for liking a tweet that said, "Bet really threw Remy Ma into a love and hip-hop." Reunion without warning. Oh, Bet was sweating. The completely insane hashtag #VetErupt trended for 48 hours straight. One viral tweet with 2.7 million views simply stated that this wasn't an award show. A BET spokesperson released a very well-penned and hilariously hollow statement that read, "Singing arrangements at the BET Awards are made months in advance and are based solely on camera angles, artist visibility, and production flow." But wait, let's dissect the official reactions, or, perhaps more accurately, fake damage control statements created by people who obviously don't know what the word sincere means. Any emotional responses captured on camera during the program were regrettably unplanned. Unfortunately, everyone they expressed her anguish was regrettable, as if she had stubbed her toe, not sat 3 feet behind the man with whom she had built a legacy, and now cuddled up with the boxing champion's new phone that diss. In the meantime, Claressa Shields posted a picture the following morning with the caption, "Still undefeated and still glowing," without offering an apology or even feigning sympathy. Just vibrations and violence, with no tag or context. The fans went crazy. Claressa won the ring. The man and the moment read a quote that was reposted more than 50,000 times. The real twist came when someone posing as Remy Ma's cousin's hairstylist assistant's Uber driver leaked alleged legal threats. Remy lost in every direction. Oof! According to a somewhat hazy snapshot. The executive producer of BET received the following message. "In light of the intentional seating choices made during your live broadcast that resulted in emotional exploitation and reputational damage, my client is investigating their legal options. We don't care if this is true or not because it was sufficient to start a whole new discussion." Was BET set for public humiliation? Remy Ma. Was this a seat for retaliation? A trap for clout? A plot buried in plain sight? It gets considerably messier from here. Mona Scotty-Young comes on stage. Yes, the creative force behind hip-hop and love. Fake but amazing sources claim that Mona was seen backstage at the BET Awards. She was there prowling like she could smell franchise potential, but she wasn't on the schedule or on the team. One unnamed the camera operator claimed to have seen Mona speaking to a bed employee close to the stage, seemingly saying now for the breakup. Take a moment to process that. And we can't forget the clapback of the year. Allegedly sent in a DM by Easy, the block captain who hadn't publicly commented until now. He reportedly messaged a gossip blogger and said, "I wasn't the one who fooled her. She simply chose the incorrect opponent to wager on." That is a bar, sir. Remy Ma has left. YouTubers posted hour-long breakdowns titled "Remy Ma's silence is louder than any verse she ever wrote." Bet Awards, the most savage seating since Game of Thrones. Why Papoose might be the real villain here. The internet was completely dark. Note, the internet has already made up its mind until then. The video never ends. Remy Ma's face in that camera pan will always be in the same Hall of Fame as Jordan, sobbing, and Nick Young shrugging. And the memes are becoming bigger. Let's now address you, the audience. The question that now arises is whether this was a psychological execution on live television, or only a seating accident during the BET Awards. Was it a calculated move for Claressa to take her victory lap with Papoose directly in front of Remy Ma? Did the producers of the wagers relax with popcorn while the actual show took place in the throng? Or was this karma muttering, "You thought we forgot?" while doing backflips in a fancy dress? Because, let's face it, Remy Ma didn't have to say a word. A complete 12-episode Netflix original series was presented by her face. There was only tension, remorse, and the sound of her blinking slowly as her ex held hands with an unbeaten champion, no language or script. We'd like to hear from you now. Put it in the comments section. The true casualty was Speech Balloon, not Remy. Balloon did take the theatrics a step too far in his speech. Claressa is the new queen of shade, according to Speech Balloon. Talk like a balloon and be truthful. What would you do if you were seated behind your ex and his new partner? Since we are aware of what Remy did not do. She didn't clap, she didn't cry, and she didn't blink. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe before you leave for more dramatic celebrity showdowns, leaked videos, and sensational breakdowns that you won't find in the mainstream media. The tea is boiling, the chairs are cursed, and the truth eventually comes out.